My parents always said when it was time for me to go to college, that it was better to be in Holland because the studies were better. And so quite early, they started preparing us to come to Holland. And the whole idea was to actually study here and then go back. I think one of the things my father, he was always like, be sure, you study well, you have good grades, you do always the best you can. And for us, it was a very natural thing to say, okay, so if you wanted to go for the best, then it's the best thing to go to Holland. So we started speaking Dutch more at home. We started talking about what different places in Holland, where would we like to live. So he made sure that let's say the landing in Holland wasn't as prompt for us as I hear some other people have had. We just knew, okay, this is what we're going to do. The only thing that didn't go so well, because they said, well, once you finish your studies, come back to Curacao. You're going to make the island better. But, I made all my friends here. And so it was very hard to go back to Curacao, which I haven't done. I studied marketing communications. I did an international course. I did a master's in Spain. And doing all that, just being, an independent person, it was a very natural next step for me to start for myself. When I decided to start as a freelancer. And because like I said, my study was in marketing communications, and the last company I worked for was at American Express. Had a couple of promotions and it went really well. But then I decided I wanted to do something for myself. Honestly, on Monday night, I decided I wanted to start for myself. Tuesday morning, I sat down with my manager and I said, I'm quitting. And I didn't even think about what was the next step going to be, because I was so sure, so confident that whatever was going to happen, it was going to be good for me. And it did. Before I knew it, I was going from one assignment to another. I grew a huge network working for very exciting companies like Microsoft, and and it all happened as if it was the natural thing for me. I think if I look at myself, what made the biggest impact for me is when I learned to connect with myself. And that was a journey of coaching, training, all sorts of things to actually put me in an environment that I wasn't very uncomfortable with. And it is learning to see what works for you, but also what doesn't work for you, what makes me happy, what is actually the thing that makes me me. Once I started learning that and embracing also the side of me that doesn't always know what the next step is going to be, but I am so incredibly confident about the next step, because whatever it's going to be good for me. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but just knowing that once you connect with yourself and you can stand in your own power and in your own confidence, I think that is the best thing a woman can do.